Alrighty, folks. I'm going to get into my viewer shout-outs in just a moment. But first, it is Thursday, July 6, 2023. And of course, like I said in my earlier video, you guys know I'm feeling great on a Thursday because we once again hit in my chairman package bet yesterday. We had the Twins minus 1.5 on the run line, and they shut out Kansas City 5-0. Kind of a no sweat. I don't want to say, I said blowout winner earlier. I don't know if it's a blowout, but it's certainly they took care of business handily. So with that, that's going to put us at 4-0 in our last 4 chairman plays, 8-1 in our last 9, and 21-6 in our last 27. Good for 78% during that span. And of course, I also went 4-1 in all of my personal plays on patreon.com/BrockPage yesterday. We cashed in on the Reds, Astros, Braves, and once again the Twins. And the only way you could access all of those winners is to be a chairman member on my website. Now, if you don't feel like accessing multiple plays a day and you only need just one, well, I got a package for you there as well. And it's called my $1.99 Daily Best Play. Of course, it costs just $1.99, and it gives you access to one of my personal plays every single day for the next 30 days. I'm 3-0 my last 3 $1.99 Daily Best Plays as well. But once again, guys, if you want your absolute best value, the only package you should be considering right now is my full access, all-inclusive chairman package. It gives you access to every single personal play of mine, every single package, every single day for the next 30 days. And of course, as an added bonus, you're also going to get access to my chairman podcast absolutely free. I apologize. I'm a little bit distracted. I'm getting text messages on my phone because of my Ellie De La Cruz take I had this morning. So not a popular take, but Rob Parker did agree with me, although if you're on the same side as Rob Parker, yeah, it's a bad take. But anyway, Flokes, shout-outs. Let's go ahead, shout-outs. Mr. Luis, he said, great info as always. Gary Marcia said, thanks, bro. And then finally, Byram Ben, he said, what's up with the cuss words? Clean up your mouth. Sorry about that, Mom. But to be fair, though, it's not my fault. The Tigers really can't hit for shit. It's not my fault. Anyway, that's what Snitsky used to say in the WWE. That was not my fault. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Cardinals, Marlins, 6:40 p.m. East. Part 2 video. Miami's minus 135, totals 8. Yuri Perez for Miami. Jack Flaherty for St. Louis. Now, Flaherty's got an ERA of 4.60 along with a sloppy 1.56 whip. The Cards are still in last place in the NL Central, and they've allowed 30 total runs in this very series with Miami alone. And of course, that's really not hard to do when you face guys like Luis Arias. He's got the highest batting average in the majors right now. Jorge Soler's the club leader in homers and ribbies. And even if the Fish struggle at the plate, starting pitcher Yuri Perez has been really good. He's 5-2 with an ERA of 2.46. The righty's also averaged over a strikeout an inning and has a 1.12 whip. Jazz Chisholm, IL for Miami. Andrew Kisner out for St. Louis. The Marlins went 8-2 to the under in their last 10 Yuri Perez starts. The Fish also saw 6 out of their last 10 meetings with St. Louis stay under the line. So if you're into historical trends, plenty of unders to go around. Give me the Marlins minus 135, under 8. Next ball game, O's Yankees, 7:05 Eastern first pitch. Baltimore's minus $130, totals 8.5. Kyle Bradish for Baltimore, Luis Severino for New York. Now Sevy's got just 1 win on the season with an ERA in the 6s. He's also backed by one of the worst hitting lineups in the game. The Bombers are in the bottom 3 in home hits per contest. They're facing Kyle Bradish, who's got a handful of wins and an ERA in the 3s. The O's also do a nice job scoring on the road. They're a top 10 run-producing team in their travels. Austin Hayes is in the top 3 in the American League in batting average, club leader in hits. Meanwhile, Anthony Santander's got the most homers and ribbies on the roster himself. Now, injury-wise, Ryan Mountcastle's still out. Austin Hayes is questionable. When it comes to the total, the O's saw their last 3 straight road games get over the number. They're also 12-2 to the over in their divisional road games. Now, the Yankees on the other side, they saw their last 4 straight at Yankee Stadium get over the total. Give me Boston minus 130, over 8.5. Next contest, Royals Guardians, 7:10 Eastern first pitch. Cleveland's minus 220, totals 9. Tanner Bybee for Cleveland, Jordan Lyles for Kansas City. Now Lyles is just 1-11 on the year with an ERA close to 7. The Royals are also tied with Oakland for the fewest wins in the major leagues. They're facing Tanner Bybee on the mound, who's 5-2 with an ERA in the 3s. Meanwhile, at the plate, these Cleveland hitters have been tough to punch out. They do a great job making contact. They're actually striking out fewer times a game than any other franchise besides one. Josh Naylor's 6th in the bigs in RBI. Jose Ramirez leads the club in hits and WAR. He's actually got a wins above replacement of 3.1. Now, injury-wise, Josh Naylor is battling a wrist injury. Keep an eye on him, although I'm pretty optimistic he's going to suit up here today. Meanwhile, Matt Beatty's out for Kansas City. Now, total-wise, the Guardians saw 8 out of their last 9 divisional home games stay under the total. They're also 18-4 to the under in all of their ball games against the AL Central. Give me Cleveland minus 1.5, under 9. Next ball game, Rangers Red Sox, 7:10 Eastern first pitch. Give me Texas minus 135, totals 10. Nathan Eovaldi for Texas, Cutter Crawford for Boston. Now Crawford's just 3-4 on the year with an ERA close to 4. The Bo Sox have also had a tough time pitching at Fenway. They allow over 5.2 runs a game at the Green Monster. They're facing a Texas club who can still pound the baseball despite their recent struggles. The Rangers currently lead the majors right now in run production and hits. Adolis Garcia leads the major leagues with 71 RBI. Corey Seager's hitting .355 with an OPS in the thousands. Now, starting pitcher Nathan Eovaldi, he also returns to his old stomping grounds. The righty's got 10 wins on the season with the Rangers, along with an ERA of 2.64. And more impressive than that, Eovaldi's got a .99 whip. That is a sub-1 whip. Brad Miller is still out for Texas. McGuire and Reyes out for Boston. 6 out of the Red Sox last 10 meetings with Texas got over the total. They also saw 3 out of their last 4 Cutter Crawford starts get over the line. Texas went 5-1 at the over in their last 6 Nathan Eovaldi starts. Give me the Rangers minus 135, over 10. Next game, Mariners Astros, 8:10 p.m. East. This game's currently off the board. George Kirby for Seattle, no confirmed starter yet for Houston. But regardless of who starts for Houston, this is an Astros team that can score runs. They're a top 10 run-producing team at the moment. Kyle Tucker's the club leader in hits and RBI. Mauricio Dubon, he's got the second highest batting average in the lineup. And even though George Kirby's had some excellent command this season, he does have 7 losses on the year. He also does not have a winning record. Now at the plate, the M's strike out more times a game than any other lineup in the major leagues besides one. And when it comes to the injury list, Yordan Alvarez still out of the lineup for Houston. Jose Altuve's questionable. But regardless of that, these guys have proven they can win with injuries. Give me Houston getting the job done for some money line cash. Next game, Blue Jays White Sox, game 2. And that is going to be an 8:10 Eastern first pitch. Toronto's minus $120, totals 9. Yusei Kikuchi for Toronto. No confirmed starter yet for Chicago. And even though I like Toronto in game 1, I'm not sure they're playing good enough on the road to complete the doubleheader sweep. They've got a losing record against American League opponents on the road. They actually got the W in just 14 out of 31 contests in that particular category I just mentioned. Now, this Toronto pitching staff also struggles on the road. They allow more hits a game away from home than any other pitching staff besides one. And even though the White Sox do struggle at the plate, they've had little issues scoring runs over the past week or so. They've scored 41 total runs in their last 6 ball games. Luis Robert, he has the 8th highest OPS average in the big leagues right now, and his 25 home runs actually ranks 3rd in the bigs. Andrew Vaughn, he is currently the club leader in RBI. And when it comes to the total, Chicago's 23 and 18 to the under at Guaranteed Rate Field. Meanwhile, Toronto went 60% to the under in their last 10. Give me the White Sox plus $1, under 9. Next matchup, it is going to be Mets at the Diamondbacks, 9:40 p.m. East. Arizona's minus 135, totals 10 runs. Ryan Nelson for Arizona, Carlos Carrasco for New York. And out of 53 innings pitched, Carlos Carrasco's recorded only 2 wins. He's got an ERA just about in the 6s, along with a 1.57 whip. These Mets hitters have also struggled for the most part of the season. They're in the bottom 10 in hits per game. Now they're facing Ryan Nelson, who's got a handful of wins and a winning record. And out of Nelson's last 10 starts, the D-backs got the W 7 times. And a lot of that is thanks to some really good hitting. Arizona's in the top 5 in hits per game. Corbin Carroll's got the 5th highest OPS average in the bigs, 3.8 wins above replacement. Ketel Marte's got a 3.6 WAR and leads the roster in hits. Now, 7 out of Arizona's last 10 outings did fall under the total. The D-backs have also seen a good amount of unders at Chase Field. They are currently 61% of the under in front of their home crowd. 7 out of New York's last 10 outings stayed under. Arizona minus 135, under 10. Next and final matchup, Pirates-Dodgers, 10:10 Eastern first pitch. The LA Dodgers are minus 250, totals 8.5. Julio Urias for Los Angeles, Johan Oviedo for Pittsburgh. Now, Ovi's 3-9 with an ERA of 4.61. Meanwhile, as a team, the Buccos took the loss in 4 out of their last 5. And they're a bottom 10 hit producing lineup. They're facing Julio Urias, who's got a 1.23 whip, and he averages just about a strikeout an inning. But the Dodgers also have had little problem producing runs at home. They're in the top 5 in runs per game on their own field. Freddie Freeman's got the 3rd highest batting average in the National League, 7th in the entire major leagues in OPS. Meanwhile, Mookie Betts, he's in the top 5 in the National League in home runs and OPS himself. Chris Taylor's out for the Dodgers. Ke'Bryan Hayes inactive for Pittsburgh. When it comes to the total, the Pirates went 70% to the under in their last 10 Oviedo starts. Give me the Dodgers minus 1.5, under 8.5 runs. And with that, folks, now it's time for our quick pick recap. Miami Marlins minus 135, under 8. Baltimore minus $1.30, over 8.5. Cleveland minus 1.5, under 9. Texas Rangers minus 135, over 10. Give me Houston getting the job done for some money line cash. Chicago White Sox plus $1, under 9 runs. Arizona minus 135, under 10. And with my next and final free pick for the video, give me the Dodgers minus 1.5, under 8.5 runs.